Just waiting for Uno to connect now. We all here?
Are you recording as well? Has it started?
You started recording, yeah. Don't say anything you might regret. Uno, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hey.
Cool. The gang's here. So the first thing I actually wanted to talk about was not Liverpool related, vaguely. Gerrard winning the Scottish League with Rangers. How do you feel about that?
That's for him.
Let us know. I'll start with you, Miss.
I'm just happy he's got a trophy before Frank Lampard. Has Lampard got a trophy?
No, he has not. No.
I think, yeah, I'm just glad he's got a trophy before him.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a Scottish one.
No, it doesn't matter. I mean, even if it's Scottish, it's still very impressive, and his run in Europe as well is just amazing. So yeah.
I hope he wins Europa.
Yeah, same. I'm really rooting for him in the Europa stage. What about you, Uno? What's your thoughts about Gerrard winning the league?
Well, I'm so happy. I mean, I know that it's just the Scottish, but we have to remember that Celtic. How many league titles have Celtic won consecutively? I think it's about 8.
I think it's 9.
7.
Gerrard stopped
9.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So can you just imagine that achievement? It's crazy. It's crazy. And if he has that potential, I can't wait to see him at Liverpool. And another thing is also, they're still invincible, right? Yeah. He hasn't really get. Yeah. So it's crazy. I'm so happy for him. He's doing a great job.
Yeah.
And he can finally say that he won the big title.
Exactly. That's the main thing. I think he did lose a game actually, not in the league, but he lost in the cup competition against Mirren. Yeah, but who cares? Okay. He's still unbeaten in Europe and in the league, so that's cool. What about you, Katie?
Obviously, I'm very happy for him. It's amazing, his achievement there. The fact that he did it in such a short period of time as well. It's his 3rd year managing Rangers, right?
Yeah.
Was it his 2nd or 3rd?
2nd. I think he joined in the 18-19 season. Oh no, it's his 3rd. Sorry, 3rd.
Yeah, it's 3rd. The fact that he could do such amazing achievement in his 3rd year is amazing. And then I especially like his style of play. Very defensive. They brought the ball forward so well, and I like how he used his players to their best capability. Like who would have thought Ryan Kent would be that good in such system?
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm very rooting for him to continue to grow as a manager, and yeah.
I mean, I'm so happy for him. I think as well, he's also dominating in Europe, which is what I like to see. I mean, obviously he's leaking a lot of goals. I think defensively he might need to sort that out before he comes playing. But he's taken this. By the way, before this, Rangers were down bad, and he picked them up by the scruff of the neck, as he always has done for Liverpool. And he's dominated Europe as well. And I hope he goes all the way. I really do.
I wanted him to draw Man United or a Premier League team just to see how good he actually was. But
yeah. I mean, let's hope he gets clean through Slavia Prague and he draws a Man United or an Arsenal or a Tottenham even. There's 3 teams still in it, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Arsenal. Leicester got kicked out.
Yeah, they did. By Slavia Prague, who was next. So we'll see. That might be a challenge for him as well. Anyway, let's get on to the match reaction for the Fulham game.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Where do you see him going next?
I don't. Sorry, who are you asking there?
Anyone who wants to ask.
I'll go first. I think I don't want this to happen, but I think it might be Liverpool if he can prove that he's doing, like he's going to win more trophies with Rangers.
I've seen Wolves rumours that he might go to Wolves. Nuno's drops on the line.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
Where?
think he'll leave.
And go to Wolves.
I don't think he'll leave Rangers so early, in my opinion.
Yeah, because Nuno's drops on the line, so they were looking at potentially getting Gerrard in. And I wouldn't mind him because Wolves are in Europe as well. So
Yeah.
you
Okay,
could do something with that squad especially.
cool. Una, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say I remember the Wolves link, and then as well as the team in Bundesliga, Gladbach, the team
Oh, yeah.
that City is playing in. Yeah, they don't have a manager next season. So I was thinking that would be a great job for him as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. I genuinely don't see him leaving Rangers before he gets the chance at Champions League football with them. So yeah, I think he'll stay with Rangers for at least another year, and I hope he doesn't come to Liverpool before Klopp's contract ends, because obviously that means Klopp will be leaving. But I do wish for him to leave Rangers and get stuck into a different club before he comes to Liverpool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Any last thoughts?
I don't want him to.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, maybe go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
I think it's you, Una.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I think he should take like a top 6 club first before he comes to Liverpool.
In the Prem?
Or it doesn't have to be in the Premier League, but
Oh, okay.
I say not in the Prem. You can't
Yeah.
go to or
Oh
even
no, it doesn't. No,
Not in the Prem.
no, it can be La Liga or Bundesliga, anyway. But I want to see what he can do with the top 6 club.
with
Yeah.
Champions.
Yeah.
Anyway, shall we just move on to the Fulham game? Obviously, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch any of it, so you guys have to really give me your overall feeling about the game. How do you think it all went? I'll start with Katie this time.
Okay, honestly, the first 20 minutes, I could say, it was different from what we saw the last few games that we saw often. I mean, I thought the friendship was quite bright at first, and we actually started to do something. We actually started linking up in the final third for the first 20 minutes. But then when Fulham started to cut inside from the right side of our defense so often, the defensive line just starts to be crap. And yeah, we started losing the ball, and yeah, the same performance repeated.
Can I just add to that? Remember when we did our pre-match preview for this game, we were talking about who we want to play at right back. And Una, I think you were saying something like, oh, let's play some of the squad players. I'm thinking Trent is going to be struggling with Lookman. And if we play Nico, who's getting rinsed. That's what I predicted before we even saw the lineup. And then I saw the lineup and I was just done before the game even started. And then that's what ended up happening. So do you think Klopp was a bit cruel to put him out there?
I thought it was really bad to put Nico out there, because even Trent would have struggled, because Trent's not like defensively like good, but I think Lookman did rip Nico apart, but Lookman wasn't even finishing his chances, so I wouldn't be too hard on Nico. And also, we also knew that Nico wasn't good defensively. Last season, I remember the Arsenal game when he first appeared, or was it 2 seasons ago? I'm not sure. He was good like going forward, but he's the same as Trent, but more inexperienced. So it was really harsh. I thought he should have rested Robbo and played Taliscus. I think Taliscus would have been better than playing Trent, leaving Trent out. I think Trent should have started.
I agree. I think if anyone warranted a rest in that back line, it would be Robbo, because even Trent got a bit of a rest. It's not a rest. I mean, he was recovering from injury, but he wasn't playing. Robbo's been playing every minute of every game, so he was the one to rest, I reckon. But of course, Klopp sort of relies on the Manes and the Robbos, good fitness, and the Genies. good fitness to keep them playing every game. So yeah, Una, what was your overall feeling about the game?
I think I mentioned yesterday that Fulham were not even that great, honestly, compared to the Fulham that you watch any other game or any other game that they play. They create a lot of chances. In ours, besides exploiting our defensive frailties, they were not that great. We can even look at the stats. How many shots on target did they have? Probably just 2.
Let me bring them up.
So yeah, please
They
do
were
check.
hoofing the ball forward a lot.
Were they?
Yes, they were literally just hoofing it to Ademola.
Yeah,
Oh,
because I think you were really slow, so they're just hoofing it to Nico's side.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't watch that game.
Yes, that's all that they did. And normally Fulham can create from midfield and stuff like that. But in any case, so fine, Fulham did that, and
They had
you see,
3
they
shots
literally
on
just had
target.
and they normally
Same
do
as-
better than that. And
Sorry, go on.
look at their shots as well. Look at their shots, just 10. Normally they can have like over 15.
But Loftus-Cheek wasn't starting, so they weren't creating from the midfield. They were just playing out wide and
Yes.
go.
Okay.
Yes.
And look at the passing in comparison, 708 to 414.
Yeah, we were
Look at the
dominating.
possession as well.
Were they? Oh my god, if I scroll down to the table. Sorry, go on. Who was speaking?
I think Miski, wasn't it Miski?
I was gonna say they were catching us in midfield as well because Milner was giving the ball away a lot, and because we were so high up,
Oh
they
my days.
kept giving the
Milner
ball.
was
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Milner was and then he never came off. It was Genie that got taken off, and Genie was the one who was like had the
Hello?
running back, and then our whole defensive line is all the way up there, so they all get caught. And then you had Robertson coming into the centre back position trying to recover the ball back.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah.
Alisson
By the way, Hatia,
Yeah, go on.
Oh god.
literally Robo was a centre back. It's like we were playing 3 at the back. He was barely moving.
Oh my god. Are you
We
joking?
kept starting.
Robertson centre back.
Yeah, he was in a lot of the. He kept
Basically.
When will it end, Robbie? That's what I say to that.
But what's worse is with Robo being at the back, Keita had to obviously Keita was on his side, yes. Yeah, so Keita, we were relying on Keita to create from the left, but Keita was more centrally, so the whole left flank was wide open, nobody to get the ball to Jota, and then Tete from Fulham had the whole flank to himself.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
We were
Goodness.
relying on Nico Williams a lot, especially to create our chances, but he was getting caught as well.
Yes.
And then you had Robbo,
Yes.
so nothing was coming for Jota, and Jota was getting frustrated throughout the game.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Right, just to wrap up the whole overall feelings about the game, Miski, do you have anything to add?
No, I just don't want to see Milner start again. I'm tired of Milner now.
Oh, I was before the match, when we did our pre-match thing, I wanted that that Wijnaldum Milner midfield. And I regret that now, given on what you lot were saying about him losing the ball and stuff. So yeah.
Actually, so
It's interesting that Klopp would take off Genie then.
I think because he wanted to rest Genie.
I think Genie was just yes.
Which is what I don't like, because that means he just accepted defeat.
He really did. But then when Fabinho came on, we looked a lot better.
Okay.
Fabinho was in midfield, and we had like the highlight.
Yeah.
Work the highlight because the midfield was like dominating.
Oh, okay.
Miski, did Reece and Nat even get the ball, or were they even challenged that much the moment that Fabinho came on? They haven't. They barely. They were just
Alisson
doing
was
things.
centre back.
Say that again.
Alex was playing centre back when Fabinho came on.
Disgusting.
He didn't even score Fulham when Fabinho came on because he was dominating in midfield, and then Keita could create because he wasn't going all the way tracking back for Robbo because Robbo was playing.
Okay. Let's move on to the player ratings where we can go really deep on each of the players and how they impact the game. So let's start with the goalkeeper, Alisson. How do you think he went? Obviously, I didn't watch it. I can't give a rating. But how would you rate him? I'll start with Miski.
I'd say a 6. He made some saves in the first half, but the second half it was quite quiet for him. It was literally half.
Okay.
So I'll give him a solid 6. He was decent.
Cool.
Oh, he did come out again, which was a bit scary, but
did he?
Yeah.
Did he get it wrong?
He did it a lot.
He did it a lot, but he didn't get caught like in the Chelsea game.
Okay, cool. What about you, Uno? What are you rating him?
I will give him a 6, meaning he had nothing to do. The goal wasn't even, he did nothing wrong there. There was nothing that he could do about it. So he was quite reasonable.
Okay. And Katie?
Yeah, I would give him a 6 too. I just wish he would stop coming out so often because it scares me a lot.
Do you think he's doing that because of how disorientated the defense is? I think he feels he has responsibility.
I think at one point he was quite furious with back four.
Yeah, the goal.
I mean, if you look at this backline, can we blame him? I mean, Nico Williams, Nat Phillips, and Reece Williams. How can we blame him for wanting to take initiative there? So, fair enough. And again, I just want to praise Alisson for starting and putting Liverpool before his obviously his dad died recently, and I mention it in every podcast, and the reason being is because I admire it so much, and I also want to put that on Klopp as well, because obviously he could have given this to Pep Linders to deal with, but he reassures us that he's fine, he doesn't need any special time off, and I just have to rate Alisson and Klopp both for coming out like that. So fair play to them. Obviously we're going to move on to Nico Williams now, which try not to be too harsh on the kid.
Oh boy.
How do you think it went for him? I'll start with this time.
Like I said yesterday, I do not blame Nico at all. Like I can't even say, oh, he's bad or anything like that. It's just the only problem that I had with him is that he was just trying so hard to emulate Trent. That's the problem. Like, just play your game. Don't try to pass like Trent. Don't try to cross like him. Just do you, because I know he can cross a ball. Right? I've seen him cross a ball properly, but yesterday it was a mess. He couldn't even pass accurately. I want to see his pass accuracy stats, because it was so bad. And defensively, it's like he's losing, or he lost concentration, and he just didn't know what to do. He was all over the place. The poor guy. He was unprepared, very unprepared.
Okay. Miski, what about you?
I don't know why, but I want to. What did you give him? What rating did you give him?
A 4 for effort.
I want to give him a 6. 6.5.
A 6. 6 means it was
no. Listen
okay.
To me. I think he did okay for 1-0, and the goal didn't come for him. Do you get it?
Okay. Yeah.
Also, with what you said about him not trying to copy Trent, but before, when his first game, I remember the first game that sticks out for me was the Arsenal game, and he came on and he got the assist for the Origi equalizer, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's like basically a mini Trent. And also, I don't know what we're judging him off, because I haven't seen him play any different to how Trent plays, and also he's learning from Trent, because Trent is the best right back in the world. So what is his game? I don't know. So it's hard for him. I don't know. It's just his defense as well. But Trent's not defending as well, so I don't know what his game is meant to be.
Don't you think it's a little unfair that people are comparing Nico to Trent, because Trent has proven himself to be the best right back in the world. You know, he's gotten into the team of the world and everything, and we are measuring Nico's standards to Trent's. I mean, that is such a leap. How unfair is that?
Exactly. That's why I don't blame him. And also, he's still young. How old is he? 19, 18, 19?
Yeah, something like that.
19.
So he's got a lot to learn, but I don't blame him. And at least the goal didn't come from him, even though Lookman did look dangerous.
Sorry, can I just ask? Like, I didn't watch the goal back. I'm not going to. How did it occur?
Girl, you don't want to know.
He's and I don't want to blame Salah, but he did get bullied off the ball.
Oh, don't.
What the hell was he doing? What the hell was he doing, Misky? Please tell me.
From a high robo header, and it went to Salah's feet, and Salah tried to, I don't know, turn, and then it just got so away.
Chase the ball. He tried to chase the ball in our own half, in our own box.
Or kicked it off.
Oh, that's my Mo Salah is my guy, you know. And to
but Robbo did.
Go on.
But to be honest, we had it coming. I mean, like, if Fulham forwards could finish better, we would have been like 3-0 down already.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they were performing to what they've been performing recently, we would have been 3-0 down in the first half.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Maja and Cavallero got behind our defense so many times I lost count. So when the goal came in, I was just like, oh, we had it coming. Not surprised.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that honestly, I probably shouldn't have asked because I didn't want to hear that.
But like,
Robert didn't clear it either.
Sorry.
Robert didn't clear it
Okay.
properly, and he left it for Salah, and then Salah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's just as bad. I don't
It was
know.
just a mess at that time. The ball was scrambling.
Cool. What are we giving Nat Phillips?
Ooh, that's my guy, you know.
7.
That's my guy.
Explain it.
Yeah, giving him a 7. His head was bleeding at the end of the game. I don't care, and he cleared all the balls for us. So I'll give him a 7. His pace is annoying, but I like him. I really like him.
Did he do anything defensively wrong in terms of pace or like 1v1s, like his weaknesses? Did he do anything?
1v really good.
Really?
Yeah, he was so good.
Oh, guys, one at a time because I can't control everything that goes on. Misky, go on.
There was this one chance where Lookman was 1-on-1 and he literally waited for him. It's like, it reminded me of Van Dijk, but not Van Dijk, where he waited for him and then Lookman like just shot it and then he blocked it.
Interesting. Well, yeah, Nat Phillips for me, I think he wants to start every game from now on, in my opinion. He hasn't put a foot wrong from what I've seen every game he started, and I kind of want to see him from now on. I'll go on to you now, Uno. What are you rating him and how did you think of his performance?
Definitely a 7. He was so good. I remember tweeting as well saying that he's probably my favorite fit centre back at the moment. He literally reads the game so well. He can see the danger. However, the inexperience come out at times because I think Maja, I don't know how you say, is it Maja or Maya? But anyways, there was a point where Maja was literally behind him and he couldn't see the danger. And the ball did get to Maja and then he squandered it. So he just needs to be a bit, he can't see when he can't track his striker, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But other than that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? Sorry.
No, I'm done.
Oh, okay. Go on then, Katie. Floor's yours.
Yeah, he was solid. I think he played his usual game. Aerial wise, he was dominant at well. Yeah, I think the only thing is that I wish we could stop playing the high line because just like the rest, he keeps getting caught, and he's not.
Yeah.
His recovery pace is not that fast. But other than that, he's all right for someone who just played like 5 Premier League games or something. He's all right.
Can I?
I've been pleasantly surprised by him.
Yeah, I want to add on what you just said there actually about for a guy who started about 5 games. How impressive has Nat Phillips been in terms of, he's been thrown into this defense with no preparation or nothing like that, hasn't been playing with the squad very long. How impressive is it that he's giving off these performances with that in mind?
I think he's impressive to the point that next season, if he doesn't have a spot left, I want to see him start at a top team in top 5 Europe league, like even in Bundesliga or somewhere else. I just want to see him start off.
It looks like Sean Dice is like licking his lips at the look of Nat
Yeah.
Phillips.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, suits Burnley, the low block teams.
Yeah. 100%. EB dominating
You
that Burnley
do
defense.
Mm-hmm.
Even Sheffield United, I'd send him there. He can look after Brewster for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they
Okay, cool.
Him,
Sorry, go on, Misky.
I think him and Curtis Jones especially have stepped up a lot this season.
Yeah.
Even
very impressive.
okay.
Even who, sorry?
The goalkeeper, what's his name? Kelleher.
Oh, yes, Kelleher.
Ooh,
Oh, we need to
he's
talk
done
about
so
Kelleher,
well.
actually.
Mm.
He's been really impressive, Kelleher. For again, like Nat Phillips, when he's asked to step in, he does the job. And it's so annoying that he's injured right now because we had to see 13 in the shirt again doing keepy up. He's at the back. I'm not trying to see that. Anyway, moving on. Reece Williams. Okay, first of all, when I saw this guy's name on the team sheet and I saw Nico's at the same time, I was like, for fuck's sake, what are these two doing in defense together? But I'll go by what you guys said because you saw the match. What did you think of his performance?
I forgot he was playing.
Yeah.
I forgot he was playing.
Alright, go on. Explain that.
I forgot he was playing. I was thinking, I kept seeing Nat Phillips. I was like, who's? I thought Fabinho was on the pitch at one point playing centre back. Then I realised it was Reece Williams. And I was like, what? When did he play? And then I remembered the two Williams playing.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'll
I
give
can't
it-
remember.
Yeah.
So I just remember at one point I was so annoyed that he's so slow. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was the way he was running back. I don't know who
no.
he was going up against.
It was
He's really
shocking.
Yeah, he jogs when he runs.
Wait, so Klopp played a high line with this defense?
Yes.
We got
I have. I'll
Oh.
try to send some of the screenshots from the game. The defensive line was so crap. It was so high, unnecessarily high, for what I don't know. It's just, why are you playing that high line with two seats?
We will talk about Klopp's performance after this. Don't you worry about that. What are you rating Nico? Reece Nisky?
I'm giving him a 4. I didn't notice him, and then the way he ran, I was like, no, he's getting a 4.
Please, okay. Katie, what do you think of his performance and what you rated him?
Yeah, I didn't notice him much. Yeah, like I said, at one point I was just very annoyed at his pace because he's like a snail, and I couldn't believe when a footballer could be that slow. Yeah,
He's
I'm giving
so
him a 4.
A 4, yeah? He's so young, you'd think he was a bit faster than what he shows on the pitch.
Yeah, I thought he would at least be a little faster, but I think he's slower than Shaqiri.
Oh, geez. Okay. Uno, what are you giving him?
To be honest, I also didn't really notice much of him. And I think that's not a bad thing. It means that he did what he had to do. So I'll give him a 5.
Okay.
From the back, that's one thing I'll give him. His passing from the back is really good.
Was it good? Okay.
Yeah.
He's good on the ball, but his pace and I'm not going to talk about
But
Yeah.
at the beginning of the season, me and my brothers were calling him Van Dijk. And
Yeah.
so not the case anymore, but yeah. I had to out myself, sorry about that. So midfield now. James Milner. What are you guys giving him? Whoever wants to go first can go first.
I'm gonna take 10 minutes. Who wants to speak?
I'm giving him a 2. He was our worst performer. He kept giving the ball away, and then when he got the ball back, he was doing nothing with it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 2 because he wore the armband.
Okay. What about you, Katie?
Yeah, I give him a 2 too. He was just very annoying. I don't want to watch him. At one point, I just don't want to watch him anymore. I was like, please, Klopp, just take him off. I had enough, and he didn't.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had to watch for 80 minutes. And it was the torture.
I really like James Milner, so I'm glad I missed that performance of his. Okay, 10 minutes, off you go.
No, I won't take 10 minutes. I think everybody mentioned the most of the things. But okay, so literally all I can remember him jumping into a challenge, and he kept on losing. He kept on losing every challenge that he jumped into, and I don't know what he was trying to do. I don't know. He was so bad. He couldn't keep up with the pace. He couldn't. Did you guys see the shot that he squandered? Where was he even? What was he even trying to do? I don't get it. I don't get it. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was so frustrating. I can't even remember him doing anything good, honestly speaking.
I'm just putting this image up just to remind myself of who James Milner is. He's a Premier League winner. We're good. We're good. Anyway, enough of the James Milner slander. Let's move on to the next guy. Who was next? Let's see.
Keita.
Let's start with Jeannie first.
Or Jeannie.
Next, Jeannie.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll start with Miski.
By the way, James Milner lost possession 20 times.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Enough with the James Milner slander. I already said it.
Okay. Compared to Jeannie, who lost the ball just once, by the way.
Ah.
I'm giving Jeannie a 6 because he came off half early, but he did what he had to do, and he's Mr. Reliable. So I'll give him a solid 6.
Okay. And Uno?
You know, these are the games where you actually tend to appreciate Genie more. These are the games that are good for his strengths. Playing against the intense or high intensity sort of mid-table team or really poor team, he retains the ball. But I'll give him a 6. I'll give him a 6 as well. He was fine. He was fine.
Okay.
He got his well-deserved break.
Oh, I love the fact that he took him off because of that. Just because of the break that he needs. Cool. And Katie?
Yeah, I give him a solid 6 as well. His ball retention was superb. I love watching how he kept the ball. And like Uno said just now, this kind of games makes you appreciate Genie more.
This is what I and I hate when people call him inconsistent. I'm like, where is he inconsistent? He's solid.
He's not
every game. He's like a robber.
He's not inconsistent. Yeah.
People say he's inconsistent.
I don't get. That's what I hate the most. And people say he's a sideward passer, but listen, none of the goals come from him. The mistakes that we do, and also his pass accuracy was 98% in the game compared to Milner's 80%.
Wow. Listen, last game, Chelsea game, I think, 1 shot on target. Guess who it was?
Genie Ronaldo.
Genie.
This guy is under
at the 85 minute, that shot on target.
Yeah. And not to forget, he's probably the midfielder with the most goals for us this season.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm not with the Genie hate, man. I can't deal with it.
Genie's stan.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, Naby Keita, what are you guys giving him? I'll start with Katie this time.
I think I give him around 6.5. I think he was a passenger in the first half. He didn't do much because he had to cover for Robertson. But then especially when Fabinho came on, he started to grow a lot more into the game. And I actually thought he could actually do something if Fabinho came on earlier.
Right. Was it
So
nice?
I think for his first 90 minutes after the rehab stuff, I think I gave him 6.5.
Cool. Was it nice to see Fabinho play in midfield?
Oh, it was really good.
Very refreshing.
It was the best thing ever. Literally, for the first time, we were winning duels in midfield. First time this season. And because of that, we kept on progressing the ball even better. Literally, we had possession, probably 100% possession in the, like, maybe the 5 to 10 minutes that he came on, or let's say the 5 minutes that he came on.
Interesting. So given this now, will it be a bit of a risk, or is this something you want to see in the Champions League? Fabinho in midfield and I don't know, Nat and Kabak on the back.
Yeah, because then Nat and Kabak wouldn't have to do much, because when Fabinho came on, we were literally dominating so much in midfield that the defense was like. So I think it wouldn't be a risk.
Nothing.
Yeah, they did nothing.
Yeah.
So it would make sense to start Fabinho with a Thiago and Keita.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Did anyone else give their opinions on Keita's performance?
He was in and out of the game a lot.
Yeah,
but at least he played the full 90. That's all that matters.
And didn't get injured.
Yeah.
What are you giving him for a rating then?
I'll give him a 6. Yeah, 6.
Cool. And Una?
I was very disappointed in the first half, honestly. So I'm gonna give him a 5.
Okay. I heard he was the best player on the pitch.
No,
he started
wasn't.
Well. He started off well.
Sorry, who was speaking there?
Miski.
He started off really well, but then he drifted in the game. But then a lot of the players was doing that. Everyone was drifting in and out, especially the front three as well.
I mean, I don't blame them. This team is such a disjointed one, and it's all over the place. And they first time playing together as well. I've never really seen this kind of a lineup before.
Yeah.
So I don't really blame Keita if he's doing that. Yeah, Una, what anything else you wanted to add there?
But again, in the last maybe 10 to 15 minutes, I was seeing the through ball, I was seeing creating, and that was very impressive. It was very impressive. And I was like, okay, so we need a midfield of Fabinho, Keita, and Thiago sometime soon. It's the only way that we will dominate midfield, creating chances.
Cool. Just need to make sure I'm still recording. I think I am, never mind.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool. Shaqiri. Gerrard Shaqiri. Una, I'll start with you this time.
I'm so disappointed in Shaqiri as well. I said it before. He's just not changing the game. He's just not making any difference. He's just so passive. It's just not the Shaqiri that I know. He wasn't creating anything. He wasn't making himself available as a gap, or as a or basically to get the ball from Salah and Jota. Literally, Jota and Salah were ones that were trying so hard to create, and he just and mind you, Jota was on the far left and then Salah was on the far right. Yeah. And there's no one in the middle to get the ball in between them. So I don't get what was his role even. I don't get it. He was just very passive. And he kept on passing the same way that people say Genie does anyways. So I'll give him a 4.
You're giving him a what, sorry?
A 4.
4. Okay. Is that not a bit unfair because of the position he's playing here? It looks like he's on the wing.
No, he wasn't actually. If you look at it nicely, it looked like Jota and Salah were the two up front, and Luck was just behind him.
Ah,
He
it
wasn't
was
playing
a
on the wing. Yeah,
right.
okay.
It was a diamond,
Okay.
right?
Was
Yeah,
it
it was
a
a diamond.
diamond?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It looks
Yeah,
like
it was a
it.
front two.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Katie, what are your thoughts on Shaqiri's performance and what are you rating him?
Yeah, I think he was just there. He was just a passenger of the game. Didn't do much. Didn't actually do anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he would be better as an impact player.
Mm.
Do
Do you
you
think he's a bit
think?
better coming off the bench?
Yes.
Mm.
I don't think he have the thing to start to play for 90 minutes because I don't see any
Yeah.
impact from
Okay.
playing 90 minutes. Yeah, so I give him a 4.
4. Okay, that's fair. And Miski?
I'll give him same 4 or 5. But I wanted to see. Remember, he had that link up with Jota. He got 2 assists for Jota
Yes.
this season. I was looking forward to
Yes.
it, but then he was playing on the opposite side of he was alongside Nico and Salah was drifting to the
Yeah.
wing as well. I thought Salah was going to play the
Yeah.
striker. In the first 10 minutes, he was playing striker. Then Shaqiri wasn't like doing much on the right side, so Salah went back out on the right. So they're literally 2 up top.
Exactly.
Salah
Oh,
just drifting in midfield.
okay. So they changed formation in the middle of the game.
Yeah, because then
But
Mane,
that's probably yeah.
when who came off for Genie? Who came off for Genie? Fabinho.
He came
Or
on
was
for
it
Genie.
Fabinho.
These Trent, Mane,
Mane.
and Fabinho.
And he came
Oh,
on
Mane.
for Genie.
Because
Is it
then
Mane?
at one point we were playing 4-4-2 with a diamond, and Shaqiri was still on the pitch.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cool. Okay, cool. Let's move on to Mo Salah then. Miski, what are you rating him and what did you think of his performance?
I will give him a 6.
Okay.
6, 5. Sorry, 5, because he led he was the reason. But then Robin never cleared
Yeah.
it. But yeah,
Who's
so I'll give him
part
5. But then again, he started off so good in the first 10 minutes. And I don't know what happened. And then
Yeah.
all of the forwards they just drifted in the game.
Did he have a lot of chances created for him? Did he not bury them?
Was creating literally him and Jota were creating chances for
Their own.
themselves.
For themselves?
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw Jota pick up the
Yeah.
ball in the middle of the pitch and then run with it. And there was no one there to give it to.
And literally. And he did it like twice.
Oh, from the midfield.
Say that again, Katie?
They need the French needed to pick up the ball from the halfway line. I mean, like they wouldn't get the ball to their feet.
Yeah.
They need to run that halfway line, and yeah, there were not much chances as usual.
Okay. Uno, what are you giving Salah?
I'm giving him a 6 because he did really well. He did really well. It's just a shame that I think he had a shot as well which didn't come off well, and then Areola saved a few as well.
Okay.
So I can't blame him at all. I can't blame him. I'm going to give him a 6.
Cool. And Katie?
Yeah, I give him a 6 too. At first 10 minutes when he played as a 9, I thought his movement was so good. But then when Shaqiri went to the middle and he moved back to the right, he started getting isolated again, like the previous games.
Yeah.
I think he's better at 9.
Okay.
I think he look more threatening with him as a 9. I think he's wasted at the wing.
Would you want to see that for Leipzig?
Yeah, I think between him and Jota, I would prefer either of them as a 9.
Cool. Great. What about Diogo Jota then? Katie, I'll start with you this time. What did you think of his performance?
Jota, I would give him 6.5. I think there was one chance
Yeah.
the volley, it was almost in. I thought it was in actually, but Ariola saved it very well. It was a wonder save. And then I thought his movements was all right. This is his first time playing 90 minutes, is it?
Yeah.
Mhm,
Well, since his
mhm.
injury, yeah.
Yeah. I thought his movements was very sharp. I think, yeah, he's all right. He will only get better after this. So I give him a 6.5.
That's really reassuring considering he's not much fit at this moment yet. So that's reassuring. Uno?
To be honest, I'm not even going on or like, exaggerating, but Jota has given us something that our front two, including Salah now, that our front two haven't given us in a very long time. He looked like he was likely to score. He had the volley, and then I think he had another chance. And his movements were so good, but nobody was giving him the ball. So he decided to just get the ball himself and just run forward himself. And then he won the free kick as well. And I was like, you see, we were missing that. We're missing our forwards or our attackers just taking the game by the scruff of the neck. And do you say that? I don't know how you say it. Okay, but in any case, yeah. And he won a free kick. It could have been a penalty had he just had he been in the box. He was very close to the box, inside the box, and so that was good. But then they were not involving him as much because Robo was stuck at the back babysitting. So there was just no one to give Jota the ball. Keita wasn't doing what I expected him to do. So at the end of the day, Jota and Salah were so isolated. And because they were so far away from each other, they were trying to link up. But I mean, they had about 3-4 Fulham players in between them.
Right.
So it didn't work. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll
Cool.
give him a 6.5 as well.
Nice. And Miski?
Yeah, same. I agree with everything. I'll give him a 6.5 too. He literally tried his best with what he had, like with no Robbo there to help him, and no. So I'll give him a 6.5 too. He looks better. I feel like he'll be back in the Champions League or the next game. He'll score definitely.
Yeah.
Great to hear that.
Yeah.
Midfield.
Cool. And now we're just going to move on to the subs and see how they did. I don't know how long they were on the pitch for, but we'll see. Fabinho, you guys already praised him a lot in this game. What would you give him as a rating, Katie?
I'd give him a 7. If only he played longer. He played for 13 minutes, was it?
How many?
Yeah, but he played for around 13 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And he brought so much stability into that midfield. Something that we did a very long time.
Okay, cool. Miski, what are you giving Fabinho?
I'm giving him a 7 as well. He literally cleaned up in midfield. He's played only for 14 minutes or 30 minutes. So, and yeah, I'll give him what did I give him? 7.
7.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
We need every game now in midfield.
Yeah, this is making me just want to go and watch the recording back just in the last 30 minutes to see how Fabinho was like in midfield. Something like
I literally continued to watch because of him.
Cool. And Uno, what are you giving Fabinho?
7 as well.
7, yeah? Cool. God, I've missed that guy in midfield like crazy. Oh, okay. Now
It was refreshing.
Yeah, I imagine it was. Sadio Mane, obviously he's had poor games up until now. Hopefully, what did he do?
Wanted a chance.
Oh no, that's what I wanted to hear.
Header, I was so pissed. It was a header that he would have scored last season.
Yeah, twice.
But it was it off target? I think it was off target, right?
Yeah, he had 3 off target.
Oh, you're joking. Mane, what's going on with him? I love Mane so much. I hate to see him flop around like this.
But he hit the woodwork once with his head. One of his headers woodwork. It was unlucky, but
okay.
he looks frustrated frustrated in himself. You can tell he's trying too hard.
Oh,
Yeah.
bless him. So Misky, what are you giving him for a rating?
I'll give him a 5.
Yeah.
I'll be nice and give him a 5, even though he did nothing.
Okay,
He
fair
tried.
enough. Yeah, he tried, yeah. That's what he was. That's one of his good traits, is that he tries. You could see him doing a lot of stuff on the pitch. And yes, I am tired of the sort of tracking back excuse, blah blah blah, for his poor performances, but he does do a lot of that, to be fair to him, and I think that does go underappreciated by some fans. So yeah, fair enough, I guess. Una, what are you giving him for a rating?
Giving him a 4.
Okay, quite low, that one.
Yeah, no, a 4.
Cool. You don't want to add anything to that?
I'm just thinking of that chance that I don't know what he did. He got his footing wrong, or I don't know. The ball was literally at his feet. Why didn't he just get into the net?
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's lost that lust in front of goal, which is not nice to see. And Katie, what are you giving him?
Yeah, I give him a 4 too, because it's frustrating, because it's something that he would have scored last season, but this season he just gone down bad,
Right.
and it's painful to watch.
It's very surprising. I really did not expect this kind of a drop off for Mane, of someone of his caliber.
Yeah.
You know, he was easily the best player in the league last season, and now he's
Exactly.
nothing. Yeah. Okay, and star boy number 66, Trent. How did he do?
The captain.
Yeah. Oh, captain he was in this game, was he? After he got sent off. Oh, of course. Yeah. Misky, I'll start with you. What are you giving Trent?
I'll give him a 6 because he was just doing his crosses again, but no, it wasn't like working. It was just going into the low block. But I'll give him a 6. He was better than Nico.
Yeah. Well, obviously.
He only played like 10 minutes. He came on at the last.
Yeah. Wait, did Nico survive that long?
Yeah, Nico did. The commentators were confused.
18 minutes he played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Nico would come off at halftime, but he didn't.
Wow. Well, I was actually interesting. I was listening to the audiobook by Melissa Reddy. And there was this quote that resonated so deep within me. It says something about, oh, I don't believe in this changing things up, that we need to keep the confidence going and we need to keep doing the same thing until it works. And that book came out like last year, and I'm thinking, wow, that is exactly what's happening right now. So Klopp has this thing where he needs to instill this confidence in these players and doesn't like to change things, which is quite worrying.
No, but he's the opposite of Tuchel. Remember, Tuchel took Callum Hudson-Odoi off at halftime. No, he brought him on at halftime and he took him off after like 30 minutes or
so.
And everyone thought he was injured, but he came out and said no, he wasn't injured. I wasn't happy with him.
The commentators said he was injured because they saw ice packs on his legs or something.
Yeah, he shut that down and said no, he's not injured. I just didn't like his performance. He had no energy or whatsoever. So Klopp would rather baby a player and give him confidence and make sure he keeps trying than doing the harsh.
But it's costing us games though. This is not going to work. Sorry, go on.
I wish Klopp would be more ruthless with the players.
Cutthroat energy, 100%.
But a lot of players come out on interviews and say they rather a manager was more nicer, like Jack Grealish, for instance. He says when Dean Smith, he's really like babies him, he plays a lot better because then it gives him the confidence. But clearly that's not working.
Like a dad.
A dad.
No, I completely understand that approach. Like, I get it. I mean, if you kill a player's confidence, then that's never their confidence coming back. Which is, I can see why now he probably subbed off Salah, because Salah is someone who never lacks confidence. The other two might be Bobby and Mane, and you can see how reluctant Klopp is to drop them. So fair enough, but still, even to this minute, I can't understand why Salah got taken off. But Anyway, we move. Did anyone else want to add anything?
No.
Whereas Mane came on early as well. He made the subs quite early.
Did it? Oh,
Mane came
yeah.
57th, I think 60 something. Yeah, he came off. The subs were made a bit early. This
Okay.
clock.
Now mentioning that.
And
Oh, sorry, go on.
to add on to the Klopp making subs early, he actually made the right subs this time,
Oh,
because
can I just stop you
literally
there?
the subs that he made on. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Literally, the next point is rating Klopp's performance. So while you're talking there,
Oh,
give me a rating about
yeah.
Klopp's performance and carry on with what you were saying.
Okay, so I like the lineup. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, if we had better defenders, you do know that we would have had better centre back pairing. So I liked the lineup. I was okay with it. I probably would have rested Robo and put in Smith and then played Trent. That's so I don't agree with him in that regard. But like I said, he made the correct subs. Actually, we needed someone to control the game in midfield. He put on Fabinho. We needed an extra attacker with Jota and Salah, and then he put in Sadio. And then he saw that Nico, all the chances are going to Nico, but he's literally just making a mess of. So he needed to put Trent in. That was just perfect for me.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And what about his the timings of the subs? I think you were just saying something about that.
They all made sense. It was at the right time. He literally saw, okay, so this is what's happening in the moment of the game. Let me change it. So they were all spot on.
What about his tactics about playing the high line with that defense?
That's where
I will never understand it.
Right. Go on. You go on.
Now I was saying I will never understand the high line without Van Dijk. I don't get it. I will
agree.
never
I
get
feel
it.
like Van Dijk is the one player where we can ever play that high line. Maybe if you're being soft, then maybe a Gomez. Gomez as well, yeah, because he's got the pace. But other than them two, I don't see the point in playing a high line. You get exposed.
Yeah.
Miski, I'll go on to you now with Klopp. Oh, by the way, Una, what are you rating Klopp out of 10?
I'm gonna give him a 6.
Okay,
cool, fair enough. Yeah, go on, Miski.
I think Klopp was naive to think Fulham would not start playing good. I don't think Klopp was watching Fulham recently, because recently Fulham have been a dangerous team. To start Nico Williams and Reece Williams was like a naive decision. I would have started Trent with Reece Williams and Nat Phillips and maybe a Tsimikas and rest Robbo. And also the midfield as well. I wouldn't have started Milner. I would have started Fabinho and given Gini the armband. A lot of people saying he started Gini Milner just for the leadership qualities, but if anything, Milner's one back. And also the front three I liked, but then Shaqiri did. I would have dropped Mane anyway and started just Salah and Shaqiri. But when he went to the diamond formation mid-game, it started to work when Fabinho came on, and all the subs were made at the right time. So I'll give him that. But starting Nico Williams and Reece Williams, that's where he went wrong, I think. And I think he didn't think Fulham would be a threat to us, especially with the high line that we've been playing.
Yeah, I mean,
overall 6, 7. He just made the wrong decision starting Nico Williams. That's what I'll blame him for.
Yeah,
I completely agree with that.
Because if Trent had started, we definitely would have had
outscored them.
The way that, we would have outscored them.
Yeah, actually the reason why
it wasn't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that the reason why Milner didn't why I wanted Milner to start was because of I've seen the way Fulham play and I'm scared of their attack. I really am. So that's why I thought Milner would be good there, but obviously that turned out wrong. But I definitely would never have started Nico. Like never. Not both of these together as well. Like not against that Fulham attack. Anyway, sorry, you were saying.
I was gonna say, oh my, no, I lost it. I was gonna say
Nico?
No, it's gone.
Sorry.
I think I was gonna say we didn't really. It had to do with something being defensive. Other than out, I think they would have done a better job, and then it would have just allowed us to be more attacking. I think. Yeah, I think that's what.
Oh, sorry. I was moving
Oh
to
well, it's
that
fine.
made you forget.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Katie, what are you giving Klopp for a rating out of 10?
First of all, I actually like that he changes the lineup. Not the defense, of course, but I actually like how the front three was moving for the first 10 minutes, where Salah was at 9 and stuff. And I think that's a refreshing change, of course, until they switch diamond. And then I think the midfield could have been okay if Milner didn't drop a Hall of Shame performance, but he did. So that's a shame. But then Gini and Keita were okay. They were playing their game, so it's good. The defense is where he got wrong. He shouldn't have started Echo and two slow center backs pairing together, playing high line without no proper center defensive midfielder. That was a stupid decision, I think. So because when Fabinho came in, you can see the high line being more secured because we finally have someone proper being a defensive midfielder in the middle of the pitch. So they weren't exposed. So I think if he still insists on starting high line, he should play Fabinho at defensive midfielder so that it would work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, were you guys happy with who he brought on? Were they the right subs?
All the subs were right.
Part on.
Cool.
Right.
Sorry, I think I interrupted someone again.
No, it's okay.
What were you gonna say?
I was saying he got it right. The subs were right, but I wish he would bring on Trent at halftime instead of the last 10 minutes because Neko was clearly struggling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah. Cool. Our next 2 points going to be quite short. Just a brief summary on how you think the ref's performance was. Did he make any mistakes? Was there any big calls to make? And VAR. Miski, I'll go for you first.
I think the ref was he was all right. There was nothing controversial.
Nothing controversial.
You reckon if the bookings right?
Some of them were. I forgot who the bookings were. Jota got one and Kate got one, I remember.
Keita, Jota.
Yeah.
Who else
And
got
some
it?
of these guys, Lamina.
I don't pay attention to the rest anymore. I've given up with them.
Okay. Cool. It looks like the ref
I forgot who
Sorry?
I forgot who was it Kevin Friend?
Yeah, it was.
I don't know, it doesn't say here.
I think it was Kevin.
Whoever it was, they seem to have had a comfortable game then. The other two agree?
I wasn't that happy. I mean, there was Salah received like a shoulder or elbow against his chest.
Yeah, I forgot.
And nothing happened. And then he was also really manhandled, and he played the advantage. Whereas any little foul that happened to a player, he was giving free kicks.
Oh God,
that was my issue. Yeah.
What about you, Katie? Anything to add?
Yeah, I think it was nothing controversial that makes you pissed. They still got a few minor ones wrong. Yeah, like that Salah situation where it could have been a free kick, but it didn't, and it went Fulham's way. Yeah, stuff like that.
So not surprising from these Premier League refs. Crap refs. Anyway, the last thing on the thing for today is the opposition's performance. So how do you think Fulham were playing? How did they set up? Do you think they got everything right?
They were decent, but they were just hoofing the ball. But then again, they just after they got their goals, they sat back. The only threat that they had Lookman and Marja, they were both really scary, but they both wasn't finishing their chances. Even Cavallero, he wasn't finishing his chances. If they had their shooting boots on that day, we would have lost at least 6-0. The amount of times they caught us slacking.
Interesting you say that. Do you think that Liverpool they're not conceding as much because these other teams aren't finishing their chances? Because they get a lot against us.
Yeah, they're not finished. They haven't got their shooting boots when they come. But then Scott Parker said he was confident coming to this game because of our recent form. So they're playing confidently, but they weren't finishing their chances. So we're getting away with a lot of goals not conceded.
What about what did you think about Fulham's performance?
For me, and like I said before, they're not the Fulham that I was watching prior to this game. And I think if we were just a bit we could have at least outscored them. We had the chances, but we were so pathetic. You know how pathetic we play. So yeah, that's the only reason. That's the only reason why we couldn't get anything in that game. It was our fault. Nothing that Fulham did that you can say, oh, they were good or they were brilliant. But I must credit the confidence. Like even that Lamina goal, if it was, nobody would put pressure on an opposition player like that. The way he did. So one can agree that they did want it more. The effort they had, the confidence they had, and yeah.
Sorry, got someone crying at the background.
But their defense was really, really good. What was his name? Was it Anderson? Who played?
Yes, Anderson was so good.
He made a great clearance.
You know him. Like when we were centre backs, or in January, I was actually thinking, why can't we look at the guys from Fulham, Adebayo, that's her name, which is a bit long. I'm so sorry. Adebayo, yes, him and Anderson, they are good centre backs. We could have looked at one of them.
Okay, cool. And Katie, what are you saying for Fulham's performance there?
Yeah, I think they were very confident coming into this game, and I could see that from the way they played. There was not a moment where they were uncomfortable, and they easily win the ball back from us. And I think it was smart for them to target Neko, because it succeeds every time. They get in behind you every time. So it was it's not a brilliant plan, but they executed the basic things well.
Yeah.
So they won.
Cool. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up there now. Thank you so much for coming on. I know I beg every literally 5 minutes for someone to come on this podcast, and I really appreciate you taking the time there. So thank you and farewell. On to the next, guys.
This was awesome. Yes, Leipzig.
Tomorrow.